I want you to imagine that you suddenly became rich overnight. Maybe one of your investments skyrocketed, a side hustle you started took off, you received a large inheritance, or you won the lottery. Believe it or not, many of you will find yourselves in one of these situations, so this video was recommended to you for a reason. Let's take the most unlikely option, winning the lottery. This channel has had over a huge amount of views, statistically enough that some of you have already won, and chances are a few more of you will win in the future. So that's great, right? Well, actually, when you suddenly get rich, you're far more likely to lose friends and family, face a greater risk of substance abuse, and even end up divorced. Most people who get rich fast have never built wealth before and have no idea how to manage it. So here are the essential things you need to do when you suddenly come into money. I know it might be tempting to shout it from the rooftops and rub it in your enemies' faces, but the best move is to stay as quiet as possible and tell no one. Privacy should be your top priority right now. You want to be what's known as stealth rich. Jack Whittaker, who won a massive Powerball jackpot in the early 2000s, was the opposite of stealth rich. He told everyone and became famous for handing out money to strangers. He donated huge sums to the church and bought friends new cars and houses. He sounded like a kind, generous man, maybe a bit naive, but certainly well-intentioned. Unfortunately, that couldn't be further from the truth of how things turned out. His wife left him, friends abandoned him, and his granddaughter, who he spoiled, tragically died from an overdose. He later admitted that being overly generous destroyed both his fortune and his family. So now you understand the importance of staying stealth rich. How do you do it? Even if you stay quiet, some people will still suspect something. You become more likely to be robbed, sued, blackmailed, or scammed. Once people think you have money, they swoop in like vultures. The only person you should tell is an attorney, one who specializes in trusts and estate planning. A trust can save a huge amount in taxes and help protect your privacy. Some people will tell you not to quit your job. I disagree. If your job brings you no satisfaction, quit that job, but don't quit working. You could even wait for your boss to be on a power trip and quit brilliantly. But make sure you find another job you enjoy, at least for a while. When people stop working completely, they spend all their time thinking about how to spend money. Many start random businesses they know nothing about simply because they're bored and can afford to. Some even buy restaurants and end up on kitchen nightmares. Being rich and bored is a dangerous combination. My rule is, if you're working, you're not spending. So keep life as normal as possible for several months. You need time to process your new wealth and avoid the temptation to burn through it. You might think debt doesn't matter anymore. You're rich, so why worry? But those debts can quickly eat into your fortune, and before you know it, you could be left with nothing. Focus on paying off the debts with the highest interest first. Credit cards are usually the worst offenders with extremely high interest rates. Car loans and personal loans come next if their rates are high. Mortgages are often the first thing people rush